Okay, so DigitalOcean sent me the email, and you can see I have the IP address right here, and my username is root, and here's my password. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to SSH into my Ubuntu instance. Now, on Windows, actually it's Windows 10 Anniversary Edition, I can create a little terminal window type application. You have to install it. You can look up how to do that. Or you can install Putty, and you can go in through that. Or if you're on a Mac, they already have a terminal window built in. You can go through that. So I have this set up, and I'm going to go ahead and SSH in. So I just go SSH, and then I go root at, and I'm going to need the IP address that I'm going to be going for the server I'm going to be logging into. So we have the IP address right here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll just copy that, come here, paste that IP address right there. And now it's going to ask me for a password. It may also ask you to authenticate it. A little message will come up saying, do you want to authenticate the fingerprint? Yes or no? Just hit yes. Then it's going to ask you for the password. And the password that I have is this one right here. And then go ahead and I'm going to copy that, come here, paste that in. Now, it does not show me the password that I paste in for obvious security reasons, but even if you try to type it, it's not going to show you anything. But if I hit the enter key, it should let me in, and it did. And so you can see we have some messages here, which is really helpful. It tells me where my web root is located. Okay, so that's where all the web pages are going to go. That's pretty good. It shows me what my info.php installation file is. So we're going to talk about that. That's basically the configuration file for all your PHP. It tells me what ports I have open. I have 22, 80, and 443. 80 is for the web. 443 is for any type of secured server, and then 22 I was used to SSH into. And then I come down here and they want me to change my password. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change my password real quick by entering in the old one. And I'm going to enter a new password. And then I'm going to confirm that. And that's it. Okay, I'm in. Now, there's a couple things that I want to do. The first thing is I want to change to another user. So if I run over here, it's really simple. It's just 2 lines of code. The first one's going to be add user and then the username. So if I come back here and I just enter add user, and then I'm going to have a username of SShaper. And I go ahead and enter that. And it's going to say enter new Unix password for that user. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that password. And they want me to re-enter it. So I'm going to re-enter it. Okay, and it's going to ask me a series of questions. I'll answer the first one, but after that, I'm just going to hit enter. And it says, is the information correct? Yes. And that's going to be it. Okay, now that created a user. I need to make sure that user has sudo privileges. So if I go back over here, I just got to enter this line of code right here. Of course, I want to put in my username. So I come here and I go SShaper like that. And I hit enter and it's all done. Now, what I always do to test is I just log out. Okay, I'm going to clear my screen so we go back to the top here. And I'm going to go SSH and I'm going to go SShaper at, and then of course I need my IP address again, so I can grab that over here. And it's right here. So go ahead and I'll just copy that again, come up here, paste it, and I'm going to enter the password. And I'm back in and everything works. So now I can log in under SShaper instead of under root. It's not a good idea to log in under root because it gives you full privileges to everything. You can really screw things up accidentally. So it's always good to create a user, give them sudo privileges, and log in using that user. Now, we already have everything installed. We have Apache installed, we have PHP installed, and we have MySQL installed. And one of the things that if we go to a browser window, which I'll open up another one right here, just a regular blank one. And here's my copy this one more time. And if I go ahead, paste that into the browser window, you can see there is my web page. So PHP is working, Apache is working. We don't know if MySQL is working yet, but we're going to test that. If we go back and we look at this right here, one of the things that they talk about is where my Ubuntu password's stored at, and it's right here, or not my Ubuntu. I'm sorry, my MySQL. And so it says you were encouraged to run MySQL secure installation to ready your server for production. The passwords for MySQL have been saved to, and it gives me my root.digitalocean password. And so if we were able to go to that, which we can, so if we want to see what that password is, we can do cat, and then we go root/.digital ocean password, and give me permission to decide because I did not sudo it. Okay, so because I don't have that root permission, I have to do this. So let me just do it again. And then it's going to ask me for my password for S-Shaper. Okay, and now you can see the MySQL password. This is the password that they gave me when they set up my MySQL installation. We're going to need that, but we're actually going to change that password because I don't want to have to enter that for every time I do any shell scripting or even to use that with my other script. I want to actually change that. So in the next video, we're going to take a look at how to actually change that password.